Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
WVU Medicine is pleased to have physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology all in one place at the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, located in a custom-designed suite on the 3rd floor of the WVU Medicine Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. We look forward to welcoming patients at this larger location in Spring Mills. For more information about the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, call 304-596-5038.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets.
Myers with the pitch, swung on and missed. Jason Myers gets the last out, and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the state champions of American Legion Baseball in West Virginia.
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome to P.O. Faulkner Park for American Legion Baseball action, as it's the final day of the Post 14 Invitational Tournament here at P.O. Faulkner Park in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Game 1 this morning of this final day, the semifinal matchup, saw Winchester Post 21 take down Morgantown 5-4. We're getting ready for Game 2 of the day between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and the West Lawn Owls. Berkeley Post 14 getting the win yesterday over West Lawn 15-0 in 5 innings to win their first game of the tournament after losing on Friday 1-0. To Winchester Post 21. Then the Hornets took on Morgantown and would win it 2-1 in extra innings, which gave Berkeley Post 14 enough runs in the run differential to receive the number 1 seed for today, get this rematch against West Lawn, and put themselves in a good position to have a chance to at least advance to the championship and possibly win the tournament this year, as Winchester Post 21, as I said, got that win over Morgantown. So it's been a highly entertaining tournament, highly competitive for the most part. West Lawn comes in here at 2-4, and Berkeley Post 14 enters the matchup at 8-2. They also will see the return of Carson Buber to the lineup as he's back from vacation. So Hornets baseball definitely in a good position here today, and this is their first game of their semifinals with a win. They'll play again right after this one, about 30 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one, which is expected to start at 12:30. This is the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. The Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have our interview with the manager of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, Trip Tobin. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini here at the ballpark as Berkeley Post 14 getting ready to take on the West Lawn Owls in this semifinals matchup of the Hornets tournament. And we'll now hear from the manager of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, Trip Tobin.
14 Hornets, Trip Tobin. Trip, your team's giving up 2 runs in 3 games, so pitching has obviously been the strength here in this tournament. Wood bats also maybe playing a little bit of a factor, but against good competition, your pitching's been really good and has helped carry you so far to this point. What can you say about these guys and how they've pitched, and how do you hope that continues today?
Well, I can just say that they've pounded the strikes, and whether or not it's a wood bat or a metal bat, when you don't get free base, that's huge. Also, of course, the wood bat keeps the ball in the park, and the defense makes plays behind you, and you get timely strikeouts, when you need some. So, they just pitched in Henderson and Jason Myers and Chansey came in and just pitched phenomenal. Chansey, the backstory to the Morgantown game is that Chansey went down there with Musselman this year and had a lead against the Morgantown Mohegans, and when he came out of the game, I think he had pitched 6 2/3, pretty clean. Came out of the game, and then he ended up getting a no decision as Musselman blew the lead late, unfortunately, and so he felt like he wanted to redeem himself there. He asked for the ball, and we said, "Go get him, Tiger," and he went out there and showed them that he can compete with some of the best, if not the best hitters in the state.
Hitting-wise, you had the breakthrough game against West Lawn that helped you defeat the tiebreaker, I guess you could say, with the run differential. Got West Lawn again here today, a team that's struggled a little bit here, but certainly a team that's had some good moments as well. So what are some things that you're looking forward to about this matchup, and what are you hoping your team can do today to replicate what you did yesterday?
Well, you got to remember West Lawn only lost to Morgantown 2-0, and then the game got away from them, against us. So in this particular time, when you're playing tournament baseball, you got to have pitchers on Sunday. So I expect they have a couple guys that can throw today. They struggled a little bit on their defense, and that's unfortunate because they're young. But I hope our team just comes out, gets their job done in game 1, and not overlook the number 4 seed, and then can carry that momentum into the championship game.
And what are you looking for, or I guess who are you starting today, and what are you looking for out of him?
Well, we're looking at Carson Buber's back. Riley Morgan's available, Cole Lewis available, Jet Gross available. So we're probably going to get into Cole and Jet maybe game 1. See how Carson feels coming back. Haven't talked to him what his throwing regimen was while he was gone, if he's available. Maybe Riley will go in game 2 for the championship, and then we'll see where that takes us.
Winchester and Morgantown going at it right now. Obviously, you guys got to take care of business first, but clearly it's been a good tournament, a lot of good competition. Just overall, how would you feel about what you were taking away from this one?
Oh, great. Two teams, Winchester come out there, threw a great game against us, caught the baseball, scored 1 run. against us, but played us really tight. Right now they're playing Morgantown unbelievably tight. We've played Morgantown 2 out of 3 games this year. 2 of them have been in extra innings, so just great fun to play those guys. This is probably going to be the last time we see each other with wood bats in our hands, so look for us both teams to be a little more offensive next time. But like I said, the wood bat tournament, the wood bat, the kids hate it. It's not, it's not if they can't, hit the ball with the fence or not a lot of extra base hits, but we do get forced to hit, run, bunt, play a lot of baseball, use our baseball IQ to win games. It's just very small things in wood bat tournaments that can make you the 4 seed or the champion. So I think yesterday we did a great job of getting the bunts down. I think Morgantown did an exceptional job of defending it at times. So 2 teams just battle of wits, and it wasn't a battle of strength. It was a battle of two teams that were well coached. The pitching coaches, had their guys ready to go. The defense was phenomenal, and the guys at the plate were asked to sacrifice, and they did. And we just were lucky to get the timely hit when we did from Sifford.
Father's Day today as well, getting to play on Father's Day. We talked about it, I think, last year as well, just what that means to you and what it means to you as a coach as well. So just what does it mean this year for you?
Well, my dad was he coached me. My uncles, Uncle Larry and Uncle Jack, Larry Hart, Jack Reif, they coached us, and Jeff Nichols, and I can just tell you, just the legacy they left behind, and what they instilled in us as baseball players to always give 100%, and be great teammates, do the small things, and to get the team that wants it, that the worst, that is more prepared, is probably going to be a team. It's going to be hard to beat, and so happy Father's Day to my dad, and happy Father's Day to all the baseball dads out there, and we'd like to give our condolences to the Gall family. I know that Jay Gall passed away, and there's been, he's been a dad to many kids, other than as far as out there at the ball field, and being a great mentor. So it's a bittersweet day for everyone with the passing of Jay, but we're at the ball field, and I think that's where he wants us to be. And I want to wish my dad a happy Father's Day, and all those other baseball dads out there.
All right, Trip, thank you, and hopefully we're talking after a championship.
All right, thank you.
Again, that was our coaches interview, which is brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. Let's take another 2-minute break. On the other side of this break, we'll give you starting lineups and get set for first pitch. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Nick Verzolini here with you. Back in the studios, Colin McLaughlin, as we get you set for American Legion baseball action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll give you the starting lineups. We'll start with the West Lawn Owls. It will be Ulrich leading off and playing center field. Leading off and playing center field. Kennedy batting second, the pitcher. Batting third, the left fielder, Farini. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Kramer. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Goheen. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Bradley. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Wagner. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Fernandez. And batting ninth, the catcher, Bodnar. For the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, leading off is Jordan Camby in center field. Batting second, the third baseman, Braden Oviedo. Batting third, the right fielder, Cam Moore. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Braden Edwards. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Carson Buber. Batting sixth, the shortstop, J.J. Pavanelli. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Riley Moore. And batting eighth, the catcher, Michael Poltar. And batting ninth, the first baseman, Jet Gross. Berkeley Post 14 did have some last-minute changes. Originally, Moore was going to be in right. He's now DHing. Gross has moved into the field to play first base, and Caleb Fletcher was originally supposed to play first, but none of that really too relevant to our audience because, well, they didn't know that any of that was going to be the situation. Or did I say, I think I said Riley Moore. Morgan is what I meant. Riley Moore is not playing baseball to my knowledge. He's got other things to do, but Cam Moore in right field. Riley Moore again is doing the designated hitting. That was not something I would expect to bring up today. But anyway, moving on. We got Cole Lewis on the mound today for Berkeley Post 14. Your starting lines were brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to adjust your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Cole Lewis on the mound. Michael Poltar doing the catching for Berkeley Post 14. Our starting battery is brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Yes. Lewis takes the mound for Berkeley Post 14. And take a look at this defense behind him. Poltar doing the catching. Oviedo down there at third. Pavanelli at short. Buber at second. Gross at first. And from left to right in the outfield, it's Edwards, Camby, and Cam Moore. Our weather is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. And right before here, first pitch, it's a sunny day. 81 degrees and sunny. Supposed to get into the mid-80s throughout the day. On this Father's Day afternoon. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And our first pitch, brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. So Ulrich will lead things off for West Lawn in this semifinal matchup. The winner takes on Winchester Post 21 in the championship matchup. So Ulrich will lead it off against Lewis, and the first pitch from Lewis is high and inside for ball one. Beautiful day for baseball here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Our top of the first is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. And the next pitch is a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch from Lewis is a bunt down the third baseline. Oviedo charges in, and it just barely goes foul. Great play by Braden Oviedo, as most guys probably charge in and pick that one up, but there they let it go foul, and Oviedo smartly does, because it just ends up being a strike instead of a runner on first. Honestly, an excellent bunt as well. Most players, I feel like, would play that ball at third and try to make a difficult throw, but a good read by Oviedo, and it goes foul. So just 1-2 now, and that one just misses inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch from the right-hander, Lewis, is lined into center field, charging in and making the plays. Jordan Canby on the run for the first out. Or excuse me, it fell in. So I bring Kennedy to the plate. It bounced into the glove of Canby. Throw over to first, not in time. Another throw over from Lewis to check the runner. So far for West Lawn, they've scored 2 runs in the 3 games, a 2-0 loss and a shortened game against Morgantown in game 1. Here's a pitch that misses low. The 15-0 loss to these Hornets in their second game, and in their third game, an 18-2 loss to Winchester. So the offense has struggled a little bit, but they get the leadoff runner on here to begin things in this top of the first. And the next pitch from Lewis misses outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Kennedy will dig back in. He'll do the pitching today for West Lawn. And the next pitch, blooped into shallow left field, and that will get down for a base hit. So 2 bloopers fall in for West Lawn here in this first inning. And that'll bring Fiorini to the plate. Fiorini is a left fielder. Left fielder for West Lawn here today with 2 on and nobody out. Bunt attempt, it looks like, here early on, and there's a ground ball on the bunt to Lewis, who throws to third and gets the out. Great play by the pitcher, Cole Lewis, to get the lead runner and essentially take away the purpose of the bunt. So 1-5 on the ground out there. Fielder's choice. And that'll bring Kramer to the plate, the third baseman. Pitched in the game yesterday against Berkeley Post 14. So 2 on, 1 away. And the pitch from Lewis is a swing and a foul tip for strike 1. Oh, 1 count, 1 away, 2 on for West Lawn. And the next pitch to the Owls, third baseman, is low for ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's Berkeley Post 14 today, using its versatility with Michael Poltar behind the plate, another guy that can do some catching. We've seen Cam Moore catch. We've seen Landon Sifford catch this season. We've seen Braden Edwards catch, and now we've seen Poltars. This one's good contact off the bat and hits off the wall there in left field. That will score at least one run. Second runner coming around to score as well. The throw in from the left fielder Edwards gets away, and two are on the board for West Lawn as they take the early 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. The two RBI double from Matt Kramer puts West Lawn on the board, and that will bring Goheen to the plate. So the Owls strike first, as they have doubled up their run total for the tournament here in this top of the first inning. Lewis checks the runner, delivers the next pitch, and it's foul down the first base line. Wood bat tournament, a little bit of adjustment for these players, as obviously the wood bat doesn't go as far as the metal bat, but so far the Owls have jumped on some pitches. We saw a 2-run home run in game one from Winchester, the go-ahead home run. So there's a well-struck ball, but it's going to head foul down the third base line. Braden Edwards also out there in left, not a guy with a ton of experience playing that position, so a little bit tough for him maybe to read it off the wall. And then the throw got away from Oviedo, but either way, I think West Lawn was going to plate two on that one. So runner on second base, one out, and an 0-2 count for Goheen. Cole Lewis steps back on the rubber, looks into his catcher, Michael Poltar, checks the runner now at second base, and delivers the pitch, and it's a swinging bunt toward third. Oviedo sends the runner back to second, makes a throw, short hops Jet Gross over there at first, but he fields it cleanly for the second out. So the 5-3 ground out there for Goheen, and that will bring Bradley to the plate. Michael Bradley, the right fielder, hitting here in this spot and takes that pitch for a called strike one. Swing and a miss for another strike. So Bradley falls behind here. And Lewis checks the runner, delivers the next pitch, a breaking ball, called strike three, as Bradley goes down looking for the final of the inning. But the Owls strike for two in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first when we come back. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 1 minute.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the first inning is brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. For the Hornets, Jordan Canby will lead things off. Braden Oviedo will bat second. Cam Moore and Wright will bat third. That's who's due up here to lead things off for Berkeley Post 14, who finds itself down 2-0 to the West Lawn Owls here in the Hornets Invitational Wood Bat Tournament. Semi-final matchup. Winner will play Winchester Post 21 in the championship round. And again, the Hornets beat this West Lawn team yesterday 15-0, but West Lawn's jumped out on top here 2-0. Berkeley will try to rally back. It's still very early, obviously. A lot of baseball left to be played, but Canby will lead it off for the Hornets, and Kennedy will do the pitching. Cooper Kennedy, that is. West Lawn on the mound here, and the left-hander's pitch misses high for a ball. West Lawn wearing their white jerseys, white pants, blue and gold numbers and letters across the chest with the gold hats with the blue logo as that pitch misses low, or hits the zone, for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Canby. And the next pitch from the lefty, Kennedy, just misses outside for ball 2. Bodner behind the plate doing the catching. Matt Kramer at third. Nico Goheen at shortstop. Fernandez at second. Wagner at first, as this one misses outside for another ball. 3-1 count. Then in the outfield, it's Farini, Ulrich, and Bradley from left to right. The 3-1 pitch to the speedy center fielder, Jordan Canby, misses outside for ball 4, and Canby is on with a leadoff walk. That'll bring Braden Oviedo to the plate. So the Hornets already have a base runner on, and we'll see what they try to do here with Oviedo at the plate. They can play in multiple different ways. As the left-hander Kennedy's pitch misses high and outside for ball 1. It's still very early in the game. I don't expect down 2-0 any bunts to be on. The 1-0 pitch from Kennedy, low for a ball. So Oviedo ahead, 2 balls and no strikes, looks down to his manager Trip Tobin. It's a quick little mound visit from the catcher, Bodner, and his pitcher, Cooper Kennedy. And now we'll reset things. So runner on first, a 2-0 count, and a 2-0 lead for West Lawn here in the bottom of the first. Jordan Canby takes that lead, and the left-hander, Kennedy, delivers the next pitch, and it's a big swing and a miss from Oviedo for strike 1. It's 2 balls and a strike. Canby fakes like he's going and then sits back, and the pitch misses low and inside for another ball. So a 3-1 count here on Braden Oviedo. And the next pitch from Oviedo is fouled away, so count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here in this Wood Bat tournament, Berkeley Post 14 had only allowed 2 runs from its pitching staff in the first 3 games of the tournament, and they're already down 2-0 here, but do have 2 on now as Oviedo takes that one for a lead, or for the second walk, and it's 2 on and nobody out for Cam Moore. The question will be, can the Hornets manufacture those runs here today and get guys across, because outside of the West Lawn tournament, they'd only scored 2 runs. Or West Lawn game in the tournament, they've only scored 2 runs outside of that, but have scored 17 total. As Cam Moore is going to lay down a bunt here and just gets a piece of it as it rolls foul down the third base line. So 1 count. Speed on the base paths, and Canby and Oviedo. West Lawn is up on the grass. Runners take their leads, and the next pitch to Cam Moore is a called strike 2. So Moore is behind 0-2. The lefty has a solid gap over there in right field. And the lefty Kennedy delivers the next pitch, and it's fouled away. So lefty versus lefty matchup here for Moore, the left-handed hitter. Fairmont State product. Played high school ball at Washington. And again sits in on an 0-2 with 2 on. Camby takes off for third. Strike 3, I believe, was called looking, and Camby does take takes third easily. So even though Moore goes down looking, the runner still advances. You have runners on the corners now, and just one away for Braden Edwards. So the speedy Camby does take third base, and we have a mound visit here now coming from the coaching staff, as I would imagine, unless something's wrong with Kennedy, he's kind of messing around with the ball, that they're going to keep him rolling and just go over the defense here. Because he did just pick up a strikeout. So one away here in the bottom of the first inning. Hornets have runners on the corners, and Braden Edwards coming to the plate, the left fielder. Edwards coming off of a great sophomore season for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, doing a lot of catching for Martinsburg. He was the catcher, really, for the team this year, so handled it very well, and today he's playing left field for the Hornets. 2 on, 1 out. And a 2-0 lead for the Owls, and another runner takes off, and Oviedo will take second easily. So Hornets getting good jumps on the left-hander Kennedy. And a runner on second and third, and a 1-0 count on Braden Edwards. So 2 runners in scoring position with just 1 away, and the next pitch, Edwards will line it out toward left center field. It is caught on the run by Forini. That will be deep enough, though, to drive in Canby on the sac fly, and the Hornets get on the board to make it 2-1 here in the bottom of the first. She'll take it if you're Berkeley Post 14, a well-struck ball by Braden Edwards. Just barely hauled into by Forini out there and left, as it was almost over his head. But it is the second out, but it is a run driven in, and now Carson Buber will come to the plate for the first time in the tournament as he's back from vacation, and will take this one for a ball. Buber playing second base here today. And the 1-0, Buber pops it up and fouls it away. It's just announced over the loudspeaker. Carson Buber was named the Player of the Year in the state of West Virginia. The Lowry Award. So congratulations to Carson on a tremendous season, pitching and hitting for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 1-1, 2 down, and the next pitch to Buber from Kennedy just misses outside for ball 2. Runner in Oviedo takes his lead off of second. It's a pretty big lead over there at second. Kennedy checking the runner, and the next pitch, Buber sends it on the ground towards second. Fernandez makes the play and throws it in time to first for the final out of the inning. But the Hornets do cut the lead in half, make it 2-1. We head to the second. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Folk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Breaking ball misses inside for ball 1. Next pitch from Cole Lewis. Slapped foul down the third baseline by Wagner. Wagner, Fernandez, Bodner to lead things off here. 2-1, West Lawn Owls on top as we begin this top of the second inning. The next pitch from Cole Lewis is lined down toward left field. Edwards is chasing after it. It will fall in for a base hit and roll to the wall off the Orsini's home store outside and left. And it's a leadoff double for Wagner. Our top of the second is brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg, a nice place to do business. So the double puts a runner in scoring position to lead things off for West Lawn, and C.J. Fernandez will come to the plate, the second baseman. The Owls last inning had a pair of bloop singles, a fielder's choice, and then a 2 RBI double from Kramer, the third baseman, and now have a leadoff double from the first baseman, Wagner, and a runner in scoring position for the bottom of the order. Next pitch, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch is a called strike 2. Cole Lewis works ahead to a 1-2 count. Runner takes his lead off second. Lewis checks that runner and delivers the next pitch. It's low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cole Lewis dealt with few injuries during this high school season, but healthy now for the Hornets this summer. And the next pitch from Lewis is lined into center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Canby lets it hop into the glove and throws it in strongly. Jet Gross will cut it off, and it's runners on the corners for West Lawn with nobody out to lead off the second. So that'll bring Bodner to the plate, and the Owls have to have a ton of confidence based off of how things have gone early in this game. As Michael Poltar is going to come out and speak with Cole Lewis, and they're going to talk some things over, and now see what they can do. Bodner to the plate, the catcher. And we'll see what West Lawn's strategy is as well, because it's runners on the corners. Nobody out. Runner on third, so well hit ball will score that run, even if it is an out. And that pitch misses low and inside for ball one. Not a ton of power on these hits. Even the doubles haven't been blasted or anything, but they're getting them down. They're finding the gaps and having an efficient offense here early on as there's a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on the catcher. Runners take their leads off first and third, and the next pitch is slapped foul off the netting. Scout sits at 1 ball and 2 strikes. A double from Wagner to lead things off, a single from Fernandez. And Westlawn has 2 on and nobody out to lead off the second. Cole Lewis on the mound for Berkeley Post 14. His next pitch is high for ball 2. Lewis, the right-hander. Small leads for Westlawn, and the next pitch is swing and a miss. Strike 3 on a low pitch below the knees. Bodner goes down swinging for the first out, and now the Hornets are 1 pitch away from potentially doubling it up and not having a lot to deal with here, but Ulrich will come to the plate. He singled his first time. The center fielder awaits the next pitch, and it's a pitch that he didn't really read too well out of the hand of Cole Lewis. As missing poorly there was Ulrich. And the next pitch from Lewis is popped up, and leaping up and making the catch is Carson Buber. The throw back to first in time for the out. The West Virginia State Player of the Year showing the glove on that play to get the double play and get Berkeley Post 14 out of a tough situation of 2 on and nobody out. A strikeout from Bodner, and then a great defensive play from Carson Buber. So we will head to the bottom of the second. It's 2-1, Westlawn on top. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Bottom of the second inning is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Our score, 2-1 Westlawn on top of Berkeley Post 14 in this semifinals matchup of the Berkeley Post 14 Woodbat Invitational. Cooper Kennedy on the mound here today for Westlawn. And Berkeley Post 14 getting out of that last half inning on an excellent defensive play from Carson Buber, who's playing second base today for the Hornets. Leaped up, made a great catch, and then fired back to first to get the double play. And that will bring us to the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Berkeley Post 14. It's going to be the shortstop J.J. Pavanelli to lead things off for Berkeley Post 14. And the first pitch is hit on the ground towards second base. Fernandez makes the play in time for the first out. C.J. Fernandez down there at second with the 4-3 ground out from Pavanelli, and that will bring Riley Morgan to the plate, the designated hitter. So Morgan hitting for Cole Lewis in the lineup, the pitcher. And the next pitch to Morgan here is a called strike one on the outside part of the plate. The right-handed hitting Riley Morgan digs back in on 0-1, and the next pitch from Kennedy. That one missing outside as he tried to hit that same part in the zone. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Morgan. And the next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Morgan digs back in. Sits in on the 1-2. And a little bit high there for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here in the second inning between West Lawn and Berkeley Post 14. Yesterday the Hornets got a 15-0 win in this same matchup. But so far it's been a lot tougher. The next pitch to Riley Morgan is low for a ball. It's a full count now on Morgan, the DH. And here's the 3-2. Slapped foul the opposite way. Morgan bats from the right side. And the 3-2. High for ball 4, so Riley Morgan has a 1-out walk. It's the 3rd walk allowed by Cooper Kennedy in the early portion of the ball game. His pitches have all been kind of around the zone, but Berkeley Post 14's done a good job of having a good eye. Seems to be, for the most part, hitting his spots, just maybe just barely missing outside the zone, or whatever the case may be, as this one hits the zone for a strike. So Poltar falls behind 0-1. And the next pitch, check swing. Morgan will take advantage as the ball gets away from the catcher, Bodner, and will head down to second. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Kennedy checks Morgan, delivers the next pitch, and Poltar will foul that one away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Michael Poltar, the catcher here today. He'll be followed in the lineup by Jet Gross. And the 1-2 is a bouncer, hits off the glove of Bodner, and that will advance the runner to third base. So 2-2 count, 1 away. And Berkeley Post 14 so far taking advantage of some West Lawn Owls mistakes, as this one misses low for a ball. As the Hornets do have a run, but they've taken advantage of 3 walks, and then a sac fly has been it so far in the early going. The 3-2 is high for ball 4. So another walk, that's 4 of them already for West Lawn, and that will bring Jet Gross to the plate, and that might do it for Cooper Kennedy, as they're going to come on and speak to him here again. But again, you're just 1 pitch away from a double play scenario, as Berkeley Post 14 was in this exact same scenario last half inning, and we saw a line drive to the second baseman. Carson Buber, who then would double him up. So we're going to see a courtesy runner here for the catcher. He's going to be Sven Dupuis, who's going to come in and run. Dupuis, or at least he looked like he was going to come in and run, but I know they're going to discuss things, excuse me. Him and Morgan and manager Trip Tobin having a discussion on what they want to do. Looks like Westlawn's just going over defensive scenario here for now. Kennedy, if he can avoid the walks, has been good. I mean, that's been the only time Berkeley's gotten on base is the walks so far. But number 9 hitter Jet Gross, first baseman, earning himself a pretty big role on the senior team this year. Runners on first and third, one away. And a 2-1 West Lawn lead. We'll see how the Hornets play this one as a big swing and a miss from Gross for strike one. The 0-1, Gross will try to lay that one down. It's right in front of the home plate and unable to make the flip as Kennedy. Morgan comes around to score, and we're tied at 2. So we're tied at 2. And Gross drives in the run. Riley Morgan comes around to score from third. And runners on first and second. And now Camby's going to try to bunt. It's a bouncer in front of the catchers. And allows the runners to move up to second and third. So runners on second and third, 2-2 ball game, one away. 1-0 count and Jordan Camby at the plate. Chance for Berkeley post 14 to take advantage of some West Lawn mistakes again as this one is called a strike. Walks and some misplays have allowed Hornets to take extra bases, and now Camby will elevate this ball into the sky over toward left field. Ferroni makes the play. Will have to come home. And good job by the catcher, Bodner, to keep it in front, as well as the throw from the left fielder, Ferroni, to keep the runner at third base. And now 2 away here in the inning. And Braden Oviedo coming to the plate, and high fly ball. Wasn't hit very far, though, by Camby, so unable to drive in that run. And the pitch, Oviedo fouls it away. 0-1 count. Next pitch, low for ball one. One ball, one strike, 2 on, and the next pitch is inside and hits Oviedo. So he'll take first. I'll bring Cam Moore to the plate. The base is loaded and 2 out. And that one's high for a ball. Moore, the right fielder. Struck out his first time up. But on that strikeout, it was Jordan Camby taking third, which arguably was more important because they would pick up the sacrifice RBI on the very next at bat from Braden Edwards. And the 2-0 is high for ball 3, so Moore could walk in a run here. And there is a pitcher warming out there in the bullpen down the first base line. 3-0 count, 2 on, and Moore at the plate, and the 3-0 is high and inside for ball 4. So the walked-in run comes around to score, and Berkeley Post 14 has scored their 3rd run of the game and take a 3-2 lead on the walk. We'll see exactly, but I'm not sure how you rule that Jet Gross play there in front of the plate, but I believe yeah. Berkeley Post 14, 3 runs on no hits. Don't see that every day. But it's little mistakes holding back West Lawn in this one so far as the bases are loaded for Edwards now. Obviously the walks are good, at-bats from the Hornets, but still, as Edwards will break up the no-hitter here as this one's going to roll the wall and score at least 2, maybe even 3, as Edwards is standing on second. And, it's a bases-clearing double for Braden Edwards. 3 runs come across the score. It's now 6-2, Berkeley Post 14. So now we'll end the no-hitter and also put the Hornets up 6-3. And Carson Buber coming to the plate with a runner on second. So big inning here for Berkeley, as they've now plated 5. And the next pitch, called strike. Next pitch from Kennedy, a bouncer, gets away from the catcher, and the runner Edwards advances to third. Overall, pass balls, walks, hit by pitches, a lot of free bases given up, and that's what makes Berkeley Post 14 so good, is they usually don't make those little mistakes on the defensive end that give your opponent extra opportunities, and then they take advantage of the ones that they give you, as we just saw the 3 RBI double from Edwards. And now Buber at the plate with a runner on third and 2 down. Even when it feels like runs are struggling to come across for this team, they usually find ways to get enough. As the pitch here to Buber. Tough chopper here for the third baseman. Good play on the charge in, but Buber beat it by a step, and another run is in to score. As Edwards comes across, and the Hornets extend the lead to 7-3, or 7-2, excuse me. The RBI infield single, and we have now batted around here in the second inning. J.J. Pavanelli, who took the first pitch of this inning and grounded out. And the pitch here to Pavanelli is a called strike 1. So Hornets 7-2 lead, and the next pitch called strike. Buber takes his lead off first. Next pitch, broken bat, hit right to the shortstop, Goheen, for the final out of the inning. But the Hornets take the lead and then extend it out to 7-2 as we head to the third. And Hornets get a bunch of guys across the plate, but we will take a break and then have the third inning. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more. Welcome to CMA's Honda of Winchester, where you can drive an award-winning lineup of new and certified pre-owned Hondas, Accords, Civics, CRVs, HRVs, and more at CMA's Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we head to the third inning. Our top of the third is brought to you by the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of Friends and Family Pricing. As Berkeley Post 14 puts up 6 runs in the inning, make it 7-2. And they did trail heading into that inning 2-1. West Lawn with some big mistakes, but the Hornets take advantage of those mistakes and played 7. And now Cole Lewis pitching with a big lead. Definitely can pitch with some confidence, but West Lawn has had 5 hits in its first 2 innings, so can't count the Owls out here. They've proven an ability to get on and get hits, but haven't always put across those runners, as last inning for West Lawn back in the second. As here's a foul ball from Kennedy. You had 2 on and nobody out. Bodner strikes out swinging, and then Ulrich with the line drive to second. Buber leaps up, makes a heck of a play, and then fires it back to first for the final out of the inning. So there's one missing outside for a ball, but could have been some damage if Buber doesn't make that play at second. And you've had some guys that aren't really familiar playing second base, playing in Carson's absence throughout this tournament, but with Buber back, makes the defense pretty reliable behind him, as this one misses outside for another ball. So Kennedy takes it low for another ball. 3-1 count. Lewis looks into his catcher. Poltar delivers the next pitch, and it's taken for a strike, 3-2. Kennedy did have a single his first time, the pitcher here today for West Lawn. Next pitch, lined into center field for the 6th hit of the day for the West Lawn Owls, as Kennedy gets the single to lead off the third. So I'll bring Farini to the plate, who grounded out his first time. And pitch here from Lewis is a called strike. So runner on first for the Owls. Kennedy with his second single of the day. And Lewis will check the runner and throw over. Not in time. (7-2) Berkeley Post 14. If you're just now joining us here, the winner will take on Winchester Post 21 in the championship, as Winchester defeated Morgantown earlier today, 5-4. There's a called strike too. Next pitch from Lewis, low for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, as West Lawn trying to rally back here in this 3rd inning. Next pitch from Cole Lewis is a bouncer for ball 2. So count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Farini, the left fielder. And left fielders have been pretty busy today. A lot of hits to left field on both sides. Throw over, or a lot of contact, I should say. Hornets haven't had a ton of hits as this one. The check to first, not in time, but 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch from Lewis popped up and out of play. So count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first base, and Kennedy, who had the leadoff single here to begin the 3rd. And the pitch. Breaking ball, a little bit high for ball 3. Full count. And the 3-2 runs in and hits Farini. So Farini will take first base, and it's runners on first and second for West Lawn here, as Kramer will come to the plate and nobody out. So the hit by pitch gives a good opportunity here for West Lawn to get back into it at 7-2, as Kramer had the 2 RBI double back in the first to originally put the Owls on the board and put the Owls up 2-0 at the time. Or it's a rally back to get a sacrifice RBI from Braden Edwards to make it 2-1, and then a big bottom of the second giving Berkeley Post 14 a 7-2 lead at this point. But 2 on and nobody out here for Kramer. And the pitch to Kramer, a breaking ball that finds the knees for a strike. So 2 on, nobody out, and the next pitch is low for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch. Low for another ball, so 2-1 count. For Berkeley Post 14, the Hornets have lost a 1-0 game, won 15-0 against West Lawn, and now winning 2-1 in extras yesterday against Morgantown, as this one's lined out towards center field, or popped out towards center field, and Jordan Camby gets to it in time for the first out. But the walk-off win coming from a Landon Sifford walk-off hit. And Goheen will come to the plate. The shortstop who grounded out his first time up to the third baseman. Lewis's next pitch. Slapped toward Oviedo, who will throw to second for the first out, or second out of the inning, but the first out of the play. And that's all they'll be able to get, is unable to get the speedy Goheen running up the first base line to double him up. So fielder's choice there brings it to 2 down here in the inning, and runners on the corners for Michael Bradley. Bradley struck out looking his first time up to end the first inning rally for the Owls. 2 gone here in the inning, and 2 on for West Lawn. Runner takes off towards second. Poltar can't field it cleanly to try to throw him out, so it rolls away from him, and now he'll just toss it back to Cole Lewis, his pitcher. So 2 in scoring position, 7-2. Berkeley post 14 leading here in the top of the third. Lewis checks and delivers the next pitch, and it's a swing and a foul tip for strike 2. So 2 count, 2 gone, and 2 on for the West Lawn Owls. Runners take their leads. Lewis looks into his catcher, Poltar, and delivers the next pitch, and it's outside for ball. So it's a 1-2 count now. Cole Lewis trying to work out of another tough situation here early on as West Lawn's threatened quite a bit, even though they've only scored those 2 runs in the first. Next pitch from Lewis is high for ball 2. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's runners on second and third for the West Lawn Owls, who trail at 7-2 here in the third. And Lewis delivers the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. 3 straight balls have bring the count full now to 3-2. Lewis got ahead of here of Michael Bradley, who, again, struck out looking that first time up. Lewis delivers the next pitch, and it's hit on the ground toward third. Oviedo will come up and fire to first for the final out of the inning. So West Lawn again leaving guys on base, but Berkeley post 14 shutting it down eventually as we will head to the bottom of the third. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. It's 7-2, Berkeley post 14.
WVU Medicine is pleased to have physical medicine and rehabilitation, neurosurgery, and neurology all in one place at the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, located in a custom-designed suite on the 3rd floor of the WVU Medicine Spring Mills Medical Office Building at 61 Campus Drive. We look forward to welcoming patients at this larger location in Spring Mills. For more information about the WVU Rockefeller Neuroscience Institute Martinsburg Clinics, call 304-596-5038.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
Can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had 1 job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. 7-2, Berkeley post 14 on top of the West Lawn Owls as we head to the bottom of the third, which is brought to you by Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. As we have a pitching change here for the West Lawn Owls. They're going to bring on another left-hander. As now doing the pitching is Soppy. It will be I believe Jared Soppy. I'm sorry, Johnny Soppy doing the pitching, the left-hander. Coming in and ending the day for Kennedy out there on the mound. Kennedy had a decent start, but just couldn't keep it consistent with avoiding the walks. That was ultimately what ended his day, as he only gave up 2 hits, but 7 runs come across the score with Kennedy on the mound. It's 2 innings of work, 2 hits, 7 earned, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Definitely a interesting line when you only give up 2 hits, but just the consistency with the walks, and then when you gave up those hits is, of course, sometimes what comes back to beat you. But game not over yet. Riley Morgan coming to the plate here. And Morgan will lead things off. He walked last inning in that big 6-run inning for the Hornets. And the pitch here is low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Morgan doing the designated hitting today for the pitcher Cole Lewis. His high school teammate at Jefferson. And he takes this one outside for a ball, 2 balls, and a strike. Morgan will line this one into right center field. That will get down for extra bases as into the glove now of Bradley, but Riley Morgan has a leadoff double to begin the bottom half of the 3rd inning. So Morgan's on with the double, and Michael Poltar will come to the plate. If the Hornets win this one against West Lawn, Riley Morgan is the projected starter for Berkeley Post 14 against Winchester in the championship. But this game still have to get through the Owls, who have shown some offensive skills in this one with 6 hits, but have only been able to put up 2 runs so far, and the pitching has struggled to find consistency hitting the zone. Morgan on second, 1-0 count, and that one's high for ball 2. Poltar walked his first time and gets ahead here 2-0. Berkeley Post 14 would love to rack up some more runs and put the pressure on West Lawn. As it's 2 balls, no strikes, nobody out, and a runner on second in Riley Morgan. Throw back to second's going to head into center field. Morgan will easily take third. As the pickoff attempt, nobody was there, though, for the pitcher. Soppy. It's given up a hit already here to Riley Morgan, who now stands on third base, and a 2-0 count for Michael Poltar. So some danger already for the West Lawn Owls here, as this one's going to miss outside for ball 3. Poltar. Take that one for a called strike. 3-1 count. Morgan takes his lead, and the pitch from Soppy is hit down the line and off the bag there for a base hit for Michael Poltar. Poltar sprinting into second base with an RBI double. It is 8-2. Berkeley Post 14 on back-to-back doubles to lead off the 3rd. I'll bring Jet Gross to the plate. Dupree will come in and run for Poltar as a courtesy runner for the catcher, and I'll bring Gross to the plate here. Some disagreements from the West Lawn dugout, arguing that that ball was fouled down the line. Certainly looked fair from up here. And the umpire controlling it, saying, hey, I'm closer to this play. I know that was a fair ball. So that was kind of our little delay there. 0-1 count with a runner on second and nobody out. Soppe delivers the next pitch to Jet Gross. That one's hit up the middle. Could get through, and it will get through into center field. Sprinting around third is Dupree, and he'll slide home and score the run as the courtesy runner to extend the lead to 9-2. And it's 3 straight hits here in the third inning from Berkeley Post 14. As Jet Gross has the RBI single. And Jordan Canby will come to the plate. So it's back to the top of the order. Canby walked and flew out so far. And the pitch to Canby outside and low for ball 1. Canby wearing the number 7, playing center field today for the Hornets. And the next pitch from Johnny Soppe is fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Hornets have extended the lead here in this third inning to 9-2 over the West Lawn Owls. And the next pitch is low for a ball. Two-one count. Runner takes his lead off of first base and Jet Gross. And a throw back to first, not going to be in time. I think Soppe just trying to keep Gross honest over there at first. As you don't want another runner in scoring position after already 3 straight hits to begin the inning. And Gross will take off anyway and steal second with ease. It's a good jump on a lefty, which we've now seen Berkeley Post 14 get a few good jumps here early in the game against left-handed pitching. Count even at 2. And the next pitch to Canby, hit up the middle. Good play, though, by the shortstop Goheen to get to it and throw out the speedy Jordan Canby at first base, as it looked like initially that was going to get through. But instead it's a long ground out. It does advance the runner Gross to third. I'll bring Oviedo to the plate with 1 down. Oviedo has walked and been hit by a pitch so far. So he's been on in both of his plate appearances. And the pitch here, called strike 1. And the 0-1, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Oviedo at the plate, a 9-2. Berkeley Post 14 on top of West Lawn. Next pitch to Oviedo is high and outside for ball 1. Again, the winner of this one playing the championship against Winchester Post 21. The Hornets lost to Winchester 1-0. West Lawn lost 18-2. And the pitch here is high and outside for a ball. So count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch. Low for ball 3. Three-two count, runner on third, and the pitch to Oviedo is fouled down the third base line. So good at bat here from Braden Oviedo, as expected. The third baseman hitting in this 2 spot. One down, 3-2, runner on third, and a 9-2 Berkeley post 14 lead. And the next pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Now bring Cam Moore to the plate. Next pitch to Moore. High for a ball. So runner on third. 2 down and a 1-0 count. Moore so far today has walked and struck out. And the next pitch to Cam Moore, called strike. Count even at 1-1. Next pitch, high for another ball. So it's 2-1 count. Berkeley post 14 is up 9-2 here in this bottom of the third, looking to add to it, and the next pitch is a called strike, number 2. So 2 outs, 2-2 count, and a runner on third base for Berkeley post 14. And the next pitch is a swing and a foul tip. So count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Moore is outside for ball 3. So count is full at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner on third. And the left-hander delivers to Moore. And it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cam Moore goes down swinging there to end the third, but the Hornets extend their lead out to 9-2. We will head to the 4th. Berkeley post 14 holds a 7-run lead. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Hi, this is Larry DeMarco. I'm with Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Macy Falk and I have a new listing here at 614 South Queen Street. We'd love to give you a tour.
This charming stone home is turnkey ready. It has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in backyard, stone fireplace, new HVAC, stainless steel appliances, hardwood floors on the first 2 levels, and luxury vinyl flooring on the 3rd and 4th levels. There's plenty of room for a growing family with 2,008 square feet of living space. The home is located within walking distance to Martinsburg High School at 614 South Queen Street. Stop inside to discover a fully renovated interior that exudes elegance and charm by calling Macy Folk at 304-676-5050 or by emailing her at macyfolk1@gmail.com. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results is located at 804 North Queen Street in Martinsburg.
Top of the 4th inning is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today, or visit fmiwv.com. So a few defensive changes as Edwards and Poltar have flipped spots. Edwards is now behind the plate. Poltar is in left. Dupree is now at second base. Carson Buber is at short. And I believe everybody else remained the same. So I'll give you the defense here momentarily. Is Pavanelli out of the game for Dupree. Edwards moves behind the plate and Poltar heads to left. As 0-1 count here on the leadoff hitter to begin this top of the 4th. This is Wagner. Wagner blasts this one over to left, and Poltar's going to be challenged right away. It's over his head and hits off the wall. Wagner is in there with a double. So a double there for Wagner to lead off the inning, but we'll now give you that defense behind the plate is Edwards. Down there at third, still Oviedo. Now at shortstop is Carson Buber. Sven Dupree is at second base. Jet Gross at first, and from left to right in your outfield, it's Michael Poltar, Jordan Camby, and Cam Moore. So the leadoff double is now another hit for West Lawn, but they've only had 2 runs scored so far. Cole Lewis's pitch is hit hard on the ground down the third base line, but heads foul. Just barely missing the bag down that third base line, but it was foul. It looked good initially off the bat. And the next pitch here is missing inside for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. West Lawn has also made some changes. Excuse me. That is still Fernandez batting. But this one fouled away, or popped up, I should say, into right field, and Cam Moore charges in and makes the play as it all of a sudden kind of died out there and right and looked like it was going to be a much more difficult play, but Fernandez will fly out to right, and Moore made it look pretty easy, even though he had to adjust his running speed in on it, as Bonder will come to the plate. A runner on second base and 1 away. 9-2, Berkeley post 14 on top. And this one fouled away by Bodner. A 1 count. Next pitch from Cole Lewis is low and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. And a runner on second for West Lawn. As they had the leadoff double from Wagner to possibly get something going, but this one's fouled away by Bodner. So count now sitting at 1-2. A runner on second base. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Bodner's down for the second time here today, swinging, and now there's 2 outs in the inning. And Ehrlich coming back to the plate. Who had the single in the first, a ground out in the second. Ulrich will try to do something here for runner on second base and 2 away. Cole Lewis delivers the next pitch, and it's in there for a called strike 1. Lewis has pitched well since that early 2 runs given up and 3 hits in that first inning, but after that he's really settled in. He did give up 2 more hits in the second, as a bouncer kind of gets away from the catcher Edwards and the runner advances to third, but did give up 2 in the second, but only 1 in the third, and so far has looked good here in the fourth. He has given up another hit, but picked up a strikeout and is in control much more of the game as he's settled in. As this one misses outside for a ball, 2 balls and a strike with a runner on third base and 2 down. As this one misses high for another ball. A 3-1 count. And the pitch from Lewis. Hit slow roller toward third. Oviedo's not going to be able to make the play, and the run will come in to score to make it 9-3. So the swinging bunt drives in the run. And West Lawn's back on the board as this is now Soppy coming to the plate. So he's hitting for Kennedy, even though Kennedy had 2 hits. Of course, Soppy came in to pitch, so unable to stay in the game is Kennedy. So that kind of hurts. Possibly. I mean, I don't know what kind of bat Soppy has, but either way, you had a guy that was 2 for 2 that you had to take out because of where he was playing, as there's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch from Cole Lewis. Check swing, and he did go around, and they'll tag him, even though I don't believe it was necessary for the final out of the inning, even on the drop third there, as a runner was on first base. But that'll do it for the inning. West Lawn does get a run across. It's now 9-3. And we will head to the bottom of the fourth when we come back. Hornets trying to extend this lead. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We're back here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Our bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Mother Sucker's Crab Shack, located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. If you don't like it, shuck it up. Buttercup. Hornets coming back to the plate here with the 9-3 lead, and Soppy remains the pitcher on the West Lawn side. Berkeley post 14 at the Carson Buber part in the lineup, which is 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. I believe actually no. Brayden Edwards is going to lead things off. It'll be Edwards, Buber, and then should be Dupree now into the game for J.J. Pavanelli. So, excuse me, but Edwards has had a great game so far. 4 RBIs. His 2 at-bats, a sacrifice RBI in the first and a 3 RBI double back in the second. He'll lead things off now doing the catching instead of playing left field as he was earlier. Soppy remains on the mound. It's lefty versus lefty here to lead things off for this bottom of the fourth inning. Edwards' 3 RBI double felt like a huge moment in the ball game, and it obviously was, as it kind of broke things open for Berkeley post 14, as this one will miss outside to Edwards for ball 1. And to that point, he was responsible for all their runs. So this one misses as well, so you can already tell West Lawn being careful with Edwards, who has had a big day. And he lines this one to second base, but right to Fernandez for the out. Now bring Carson Buber to the plate. Buber a single and an RBI as well as a ground out here today. And the pitch here to Buber. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Buber started the day at second, has moved over to short. And the 0-1 pitch to Carson is low for another ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 is a bouncer for ball 2.
Yes.
2-1 count, and the next pitch to Buber hit hard on the ground and past the 5-6 or into the 5-6 hole for a base hit for Carson. Buber with 1 out here in the 4th, and that'll bring Sven Dupree to the plate, hitting for J.J. Pavanelli as he's entered the game, and he's playing second. Pitch here to Dupree as Buber takes off and will easily take second. believe he had a strike called there, 0-1 count. And the next pitch, swing and a miss from Dupree. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike, or 0-2 count here. Runner on second base. And Carson Buber, who had the single and the stolen base to set up himself in scoring position for Dupree. Check the runner and delivery here on 0-2 with 1 away, and Dupree will foul it down the first base line. Riley Morgan was due up, but it looks like Cole Lewis is going to grab the bat here and hit for Morgan. As manager Trip Tobin trying to get some of his guys in. Get their at-bats. Dupree will line this one. And diving and making the play out there in center field was Ulrich. Buber will tag and head to third. Now 2 away here in the inning, so great play by the center fielder. And Cole Lewis will hit now, trying to extend the lead for himself on the mound.
Now batting pitcher number 6, Cole Lewis.
Riley Morgan, like I said, scheduled also to start that second game, and with the Hornets up big here, the thought process probably keep him fresh, keep him loose, don't risk any injury or anything if you're able to get to the second game. And Cole Lewis also earning an at-bat here. And Lewis will smack it down the third base line and into left field for a base hit. And now Lewis will have a stand-up RBI double to drive in Carson Buber. So that works as well. As Lewis hitting for himself in this situation picks up the RBI double, and a lot of production out of this 7-hole spot as Morgan had a single and a double. Morgan had a walk and a double, and then Lewis adds a double and an RBI here, and that'll bring Michael Poltar to the plate, who had an RBI double his last time up. So the bottom of the order providing a big spark for the Hornets today, and after the top of the order has been relatively quiet. As the pitch here, and Poltar blasts this one out toward left, but it's going to foul, one-hop the fence and head out of play. As you look back on it, yes, Oviedo and Camby have kind of done their job today as they've found ways to get on with 2 walks and a hit by pitch between the two of them. Moore has a walk. He struck out twice. You haven't had a whole lot of hits from this top 3. But the 4 through 9 have all provided at least 1 hit. And that's, kind of the big part of the game is it's obviously a team game. You need all guys to contribute, and when you get to American Legion and travel ball, essentially it's all-star teams, so anybody could step up at any moment and be productive, opposed to maybe on a high school team you may have some weaker parts of the lineup. Not the case at this level, as this one's low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 10-3, Berkeley post 14 on top here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch to the catcher, Poltar, is hit well, but on the ground toward the third baseman, Kramer, who throws the first. Good scoop by Wagner to end the inning, but the Hornets do add a run. It's 10-3 as we head to the 5th. It's American Legion Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. We're back in 60.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dutchness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. As our score, Berkeley Post 14-10. West Lawn 3. And not only was Cole Lewis hitting that last half inning, he's now out of the game. So Jet Gross will be doing the pitching here for Berkeley Post 14 to try to close it out, the 10-3 lead as we head to the fifth inning, or top of the fifth inning, I should say. Brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm. I'm sorry, top of the fifth inning, misread there. Brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. So Gross, the lefty, we've seen him pitch well, do a lot of good things well for this team, and the Hornets have had that throughout the season. Guys that were either on the junior team or are on the junior team come up and contribute for this senior team, and Gross, heading into his junior year of high school ball, has certainly done that. And to lead things off here, it's going to be Ferroni. As Berkeley Post 14 holds a 7-run lead at 10-3 in top of the fifth inning. This one fouled down the first base line. Next pitch from Gross, misses outside for a ball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Fiorini has grounded out and been hit by a pitch so far. Lefty versus lefty. Gross's pitch. Slow one outside for a ball. The 2-1. Low for ball 3. Gross's 3-1 pitch is high for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk to begin the top of the fifth. I'll bring third baseman Matt Kramer to the plate, who's had a good game, a 2 RBI double back in the first inning, flew out in the third. And hitting here for a runner on first, and that one runs inside and misses for ball 1. One 1-0 count. Next pitch to Kramer is high for ball 2. 2-0 count. Runner on first, and Gross doing the pitching here for Berkeley post 14. And a throw over, not in time. Next pitch fouled away. Two balls, two strikes. Still here on Kramer, who's had a good at-bat in this battle against Gross, the lefty. And the next pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. No, you got a piece of it. So count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch from Gross is lined into center field. That will get down for a base hit. Center fielder Canby chases after it, gets to it in time, and it's going to be runners on the corners. The throw a little bit wild, but Oviedo able to track it down. So runners on the corners, nobody out here in this top half of the 5th. And Goheen will come to the plate as Kramer has a single. Goheen has grounded out twice so far. And the pitch from Gross, called strike 1. The 0-1 popped up. Shallow right field. Calling off everybody and making the play is the first baseman. Riley Morgan, I believe that is now. No, it is Cole Lewis over there at first. We'll have a pinch hitter here. Big swing and a miss. Froelich coming into the game to pinch hit. A runner on first and a runner on third, and 1 down and 1 strike on him here, but 1 down, 1 strike, and 2 guys on here. As there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Froelich falls behind here quickly. 10-3. Berkeley post 14 on top. And the next pitch, check swing for ball 1. Gross looks into the catcher, Edwards, and delivers again, and down a little bit low, ball 2. So the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 away in the inning, and 2 on. That pitch missing for ball 3. So full count here on Froelich. And the 3-2, low for ball 4, so the bases are loaded here for Westlong, who won't go away in this one. It feels like Berkeley post 14 is on the verge of either breaking through offensively and possibly getting some sort of run roll, or Westlong possibly, just kind of going away quietly, but they have not done that. They have the bases loaded here with 1 out in the inning. And the pitch from Gross is outside for a ball. It's going to be Snyder hitting here for Wagner. And called strike. This one fouled away. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and the bases loaded for West Lawn. And the next pitch, poked out toward right field. Charging in is Cam Moore, and Moore can't get it. It's off his glove. Run comes in to score, make it 10-4, and the bases remain loaded. So just one away, the bases are still loaded, and still an opportunity here for West Lawn. As Fernandez comes to the plate, Fernandez has a single and a fly out so far. And now we'll have a mound visit for Berkeley Post 14, who still leads by 6, but things kind of falling apart a little bit here. Jet Gross has had some bad luck. Bases are loaded. And an opportunity here for West Lawn to possibly get back into it. Down 6. Elimination game. Winner heads to the championship round against Winchester. Pitch here from Gross is hit up the middle toward the second baseman. Dives toward the bag at second and makes the throw to first from Dupree, but it's a little bit out of the glove of Cole Lewis. So you do get one of the lead runners, or the runner on first, I guess you should say, and then one run does come in to score. It's now 10-5. And can't double up the speedy Fernandez, but a great play from Dupree to slide into the hole, make the stop, and then tag the bag at second. Throw to first. Looked to be maybe in time, but Lewis couldn't handle it over there. And runners on the corners. 1 or 2 down and a 1-1 count. Next pitch is low for ball 2. Mowry going to hit here. Stanley Mowry grabs a bat. And the 2-1 pitch misses inside. Runner heads off towards second, and the throw down from Edwards wild. And allows another run to come in to score. So again, West Lawn not giving up yet. It's 10-6. Still very much in this game. 3-1 count with 2 down. So West Lawn's found a way to get back into it. Now just a 4-run game, and the next pitch is swing and a miss for strike 2. So full count here on Malley. For Mowry. And the next pitch is swing and a miss, strike 3. Gross gets out of the inning, but West Lawn scores 4. It's now 10-6. Our score. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Our bottom of the fifth is brought to you by the Wagner Law Firm, West Virginia's premier DUI defense attorney. Visit WestVirginiaDUILawyers.com. We do have a pitching change here, which are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive, in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. West Lawn making another change. They're going to go to number 20. I don't have a 20 on the roster, so. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. Nick Scholastico will come in and pitch. And a right-hander for the first time pitching for West Lawn here today, who's battled back into the game at 10-6 now as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. American Legion baseball action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I'm Nick Verzolini, back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. And Hornets trying to punch their ticket to the championship game. It's not going to be easy here. Caleb Fletcher hitting, even though you still have a 4-run lead. West Lawn fighting and battling and staying in the game as this one misses inside for a ball. But Caleb Fletcher will grab a bat and hit here for Berkeley post 14. And Fletcher will foul it away. Fletcher hitting for the pitcher now, Jet Gross. Fletcher sends it on the ground toward third. Kramer comes up and throws to first in time for the out. So 5-3 ground out to begin the bottom of the fifth. That will bring Jordan Camby to the plate.
Center fielder, number 7, Jordan Canby.
First pitch to Camby. Breaking ball misses high and inside for ball one. Camby is hitless so far. Ground out, fly out, and a walk. And he's going to line this one into left center field. That will get down for a base hit. Camby with his speed is going to try to stretch it to 2. The throw into second, not in time. And Camby has a 1-out double. So Jordan Camby with the double there, and that will bring Braden Oviedo to the plate. Oviedo also hitless so far. A walk, a hit by a pitch, and a strikeout for him on the day. Camby's going to take off for third and be in there easily as he read the pitcher perfectly and gets the stolen base. So runner on third now for Oviedo with just one down. A 4-run lead for the Hornets. Pitch here to Oviedo, smacked the other way into left field for a base hit. As Oviedo turned on that one for the RBI, it's now 11-6. I'll bring Cam Moore to the plate again. Moore hitless here with a pair of strikeouts and a walk. I mentioned earlier, as this one will get away on the throw back to first. Oviedo sprinting towards second and going to stay put there, but now runner in scoring position for Moore. We mentioned earlier how the bottom of the order, or really the 4 through 9 in the order, had all been pretty productive. We hadn't seen much from the top. Well, Camby and Oviedo was singles here, and Moore would like one as well to give everybody some sort of production and also add on to this lead and break out of a little minor slump here for Moore in the game at least. And the pitch here to Cam is a called strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Next pitch. High for ball 2. 2-1 count. Braden Oviedo with that single, and then an error allows him to take second on the pickoff attempt. The next pitch misses well outside for ball 3, so Moore trying to get back on base, which he did do. So, I mean, everybody's contributed in that way. He did get on base in the second. And the next pitch from Cam Moore is hit on the ground towards second. That will advance the runner Oviedo to third, but now 2 down in the inning. So Moore will ground out to second base. And bring Braden Edwards to the plate. Edwards with a sac fly RBI in the first to get the Hornets on the board. A 3 RBI double in the second. And a line out so far. Pitch here to Edwards is low for ball 1. So Oviedo stands on third. And the pitch outside for the second ball. It's a 2-0 on Braden Edwards. And the next pitch, called strike 1. There's a called strike number 2. So count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 misses outside for ball 3. So full count on Braden Edwards, a runner on third base, and 2 down in the inning, and a 11-6 lead for Berkeley post 14, and this one was low and inside for ball 4. So Edwards is on again. And Carson Buber will come to the plate with runners on the corners for Berkeley. Next pitch to Buber, inside for ball 1. Buber so far on the day, a pair of singles and a ground out for him. And the next pitch, Buber elevates it out toward left field. Going back is Farini. Farini will get to it on the run for the final out of the inning. Buber hit it well out there toward left. It kept carrying, but Farini on the track makes the play for the final out of the inning. With the Hornets to add on to their lead, it's 11-6 as we head to the top of the 6th. This is American Legion Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
(11-6). Berkeley Post 14 on top as we begin this 6th inning. Top of the 6th is brought to you by Parsons Ford, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons. West Lawn coming to the plate here. Berkeley Post 14 up by 5. And we're at the top of the order here with Ulrich to lead things off. Has a pair of hits so far. And the pitch from Gross. Called strike 1. So, comeback for West Lawn has somewhat happened, as it was a bigger lead, but they've gotten it back down to 11-6 here as this one, a fly ball out toward right center, and Jordan Canby makes the play for the out. So quickly one down here to lead off the bottom of the 6th. I'll bring Kennedy to the plate. 2 hits for him so far. Actually, now we've had this move to Solostico as he came in for both Savi and Kennedy, and Solostico's going to lift it and fall into no man's land as 3 guys headed toward it, but nobody can get to it. And the shortstop Buber, the second baseman Dupree, and the center fielder Canby, it just fell in between that Bermuda Triangle and leads to a base hit for Celestico. Now bring Farini to the plate, who lines it up the middle for a base hit. Past the diving glove of Buber and into center field. And Fiorini gets the hit there, and now will bring Kramer back to the plate again. Westlawn rallying and not going down without the fight. And overall have played their best game of the tournament so far. As Kramer will send this one into right field. That takes an awkward bounce, and Cam Moore can't field it cleanly. Will score 2 on the RBI double from Kramer, and it's an 11-8 ball game. So again, Westlawn continues to fight, continues to stay in it. As it took a weird bounce, Cam Moore couldn't get to it, and then it rolls to the wall. And again, Westlawn finding ways to put up runs, put up hits, and stay in this one even when it looks like Berkeley Post 14 is about to put it away. So Goheen will come to the plate. And that's low for a ball. Next pitch from Jet Gross is low and inside for ball one. There's a strike there for strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner on second. The 1-2 fouled away. One, 2, 1 out. Runner takes his lead off second. Here's a chopper hit toward the second baseman, Dupree, and he'll throw to first in time for the out. So the Owls advance the runner to third base with 2 down here in the inning. And the next pitch is popped up, center field. Camby goes back, makes the play, but again, West Lawn adding to their runs on the board and getting back into the game a little bit. 11-8 our score as we head to the bottom of the 6th. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Bottom of the 6th is brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. As again, our score 11-8. Berkeley post 14 on top of the West Lawn Owls. The winner of this one play post 21 in the championship game out of Winchester. Post 21 beat Berkeley post 14 the first time around 1-0. They did beat West Lawn 18-2 in their first meeting, but the Owls have proven today to have some fight, have their best game so far of the tournament, and still very much in this one as Dupree will lead off this inning with a foul. But the bats are coming alive here on this final day of the tournament. His first game was 5-4 Winchester earlier today, and we also saw a blast of a home run from Malachi Salone to put Winchester in the lead. So the Wood Bats, while they have been an adjustment, seem to be adjusted too, and we're starting to see more runs on the board, more hitting, and some of that may also have to do with this being day 3, as this is a base hit up the middle. Your pitching is going to be a little bit testing your depth, at least, as Dupree has the base hit, his first hit of the day, in the pinch hitter role for JJ, or the substitute role for JJ Pavanelli. I'll bring Cole Lewis to the plate, who had an RBI double his last time up back in the 4th. As Berkeley's looking for some insurance runs, up by 3. And Lewis shows bunt, pulls it back. Which, based on how things have gone, Berkeley post 14 is going to need that insurance, most likely, because it has been, they kind of add a few runs, and then West Lawn comes back and gets back into the game as this one's going to roll foul. It's been one of those kind of games where it's never really over, even though it feels like the Hornets have control, and that certainly, I think, is the situation here, but you don't want to count out West Lawn completely because they've shown the ability to hit the ball today. But Berkeley Post 14 rallying late to hit the ball quite a bit, and throughout the game have had control since gaining the 7-2 lead early on. But you look at things for the Hornets, they've scored these 11 runs on 10 hits, while West Lawn has scored 8 runs on 13 hits. And Lewis is going to put a good shot into this one, but Farini is there again for the out. So a good swing of the bat from Cole Lewis, but just a waln out number one. So 23 hits between the two teams and 19 runs. Not really how things have typically played out in this tournament so far. I'll bring Michael Poltar to the plate. Runner takes off, steals second, and Dupree. A throw down heads into center field. Dupree, though, will be forced to stay at second. Has good backup there from the center fielder, Olich. 0-1 count here. Or, I'm sorry, 1-0 count. Poltar will take this one inside for a ball. Michael Poltar so far. Double and a walk. And that one misses outside. 4-3. So 3-0 count. Dupree on second base. 1 out here in the inning, and the next pitch. Called strike one here on Michael Poltar, who disagrees. Looked like it was possibly outside, but umpire does have a better view than I do. And the 3-1 just misses that inside corner for ball 4. So Poltar's on with the walk for the second time today. He's reached base safely in all of his plate appearances so far, and that'll bring, I believe, Caleb Funcher here to the plate. Now it's going to be back to Jet Gross hitting in this spot. Gross will hit with 1 out. And an 11-8 Hornets lead here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And the pitch to Gross has popped up but out of play. So 1 count. And the next pitch here to Jet Gross. High for another ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, and 1 down here in the inning. Gross will adjust the batting gloves and dig back in. And the next pitch, a little bit outside. Throw over, gets away from the first baseman, Wagner. That allows the runners to move up to second and third, so Gross has 2 runners in scoring position now with 11-8 lead. Looking to add on some runs and give Berkeley Post 14 some insurance. Gross shows bunt, now pulls it back, and the count moves to 3-1. That one fouled down the first base line. So full count here on Jet Gross, who's battled in this long at bat with 2 on in the inning and 1 out. And the next pitch is outside for ball 4, so the Hornets have loaded the bases. And head back to the top of the order in Jordan Canby.
Center fielder, number 7, Jordan Canby.
Canby shows bunt, foul down the first base line. Hornets trying to work on some squeeze plays here as they were unable to do those in yesterday's game against Morgantown, but still found a way to win. But a few moments down the stretch, they tried to get some squeeze bunts in and were tagged at the plate. So trying to recover from that. Pitch here to Canby from the pitcher for from West Lawn, which is Scholastico, and Canby will foul this one away. Scholastico has been in relief. The third pitcher West Lawn's used here in this semifinal matchup. Winner will take on Winchester Post 21 in the championship. I would guess about a half hour or so after the conclusion of this one. Bottom of the sixth here, 11-8 our score. And the pitch popped up over toward first and caught by Wagner for the second out. And now bring Oviedo to the plate with the bases loaded. Pitch here to Oviedo is popped up to the first baseman, Wagner, who makes the play for the final out of the inning. So we will head to the seventh. West Lawn down to its final 3 outs. Hornets in the lead, 11-8. They threaten here in the sixth, but can't get a run across. This American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. 11-8 our score. Hornets trying to advance to the championship. Jack Gross trying to close it out here as we begin the top of the seventh inning, which is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com. West Lawn won't go down without a fight here. They've continued to stay in the game. They held a lead at 2-1 early on, but Berkeley went out, got ahead at 7-2, and then West Lawn went quiet for a few innings, but would come back with a run in the fourth 3 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, but Berkeley at that point had already extended the lead with 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th as well. So pretty entertaining game in terms of there's been a lot of runs scored, but tough for either team to really keep consistency so far. But the Hornets have maintained the lead for the majority of it since the early parts of the second inning, and they just haven't been able to finish it off. But give credit again to West Lawn for the way they fought, especially after losing to this team 15-0 yesterday and things not looking very competitive at all. Here's a slow roller to Gross, and Gross will fire in time for out number 1. So final 2 outs now for West Lawn as we head to Goheen. And winner advances to the championship round here of the Berkeley Post 14 Wood Bat Invitational. The Hornets looking to head to the championship. I'll bring Suick to the plate as he'll grab a bat and hit here. Pitch is low for ball 1. Next pitch, breaking ball, called the strike. One count. Pitch from Gross, swing and a miss, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. And the next pitch. Over toward Oviedo, who bobbles it, loses it, and now the error allows the runner to reach first base. It's back to Bodner now, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. So Owls again have an opportunity with a runner on. And the pitch from Gross taken inside for ball 1. Next pitch, low for ball 2. 1 out here in the inning. 2-0 count. And the next pitch from Jet Gross is a called strike. Two balls, a strike, and 1 away. The next pitch from Jet Gross is a breaking ball in there for strike 2. So Gross has made the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A runner on first base. And 1 out here in the inning. An 11-8 lead for the Hornets. And there's called strike number 3 from Gross. 2 down, and the Hornets are 1 out away from advancing to the championship. Ulrich will come to the plate with a runner on first still. And back to the top of the order, so it's far from over. West Lawn's top of the order has done some good damage. You have 2 hits from Ulrich, 3 hits from the pitcher spot. Forini has a hit. Kramer has 3 hits. Overall, they've been very productive in this top 4, so the bottom of the order has kind of held them back a little bit, but even Wagner has had a few hits, and Fernandez has had a pair as well. So overall, the offense has been there for Berkeley, or for West Lawn, but the Hornets have had the rally since early on and just kind of controlled the game at that point. It's now an 0-2 count with 2 down. 1 strike away is Berkeley Post 14 from the championship round. Runner on first base. And Jet Gross's delivery is a called strike 3 in Berkeley post 14. We'll head to the championship here of the post 14 Wood Bat Invitational to take on post 21 here in about 30-40 minutes or so, depending on if post 21 is ready to go and when things will happen here. But we will take a 2-minute break, maybe try to figure some of that out, and then get into the post-game show. This is American Legion Baseball Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's twin girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Tune into the Sports Mix to hear from former and current local standout athletes.
It's been crazy, man. All the love, all the support, everyone reaching out to me. This is what I dreamed of when I was younger and stuff, and to have an opportunity to show them and do what I can do, it meant the world to me.
Co-hosts Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, and Dylan Bishop break it down weekdays from noon to 1 and re-aired from 5 to 6, right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and the TV 10 Facebook page.
We welcome you into the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Game summary brought to you by Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. You look at the final score here, 11 runs for Berkeley post 14 on 10 hits, 2 errors. West Lawn, 8 runs on 13 hits, but 3 errors for them. And the other key in this one really comes down to the walks. The Hornets only walked 2 batters compared to West Lawn, who walked 8 batters of Berkeley post 14. So big difference in this one for the Hornets as they end up getting this win in a lot of ways. Due to that early on to help kind of the offense out, but then the bats coming alive as well in this one. Our game stats are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. We'll start with the Hornets. As I mentioned, 10 hits. Those hits come from Jordan Camby, Braden Oviedo, Braden Edwards with 1 hit and 4 RBIs. 2 hits from Carson Buber, 1 hit from Sven Dupree, Riley Morgan with a hit, Cole Lewis with a hit, Michael Poltar with a hit, and Jet Gross with a hit and 2 RBIs. Lewis on the mound got the start. He went 4 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts. Jet Gross comes in 3 innings, 5 runs, 4 earned, 3 strikeouts. For West Lawn, it was Kennedy with the start, 2 innings, 2 hits, 7 earned, 5 walks, 1 strikeout. Soppy comes in, 2 innings, 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 3 earned. And Scholastico closes it out with 1 earned in 2 innings. For the batters, 2 hits from Kennedy, 2 hits from Ulrich, 1 hit from Scholastico, 1 hit from Fiorini, 3 3 hits from Kramer, 2 hits from Wagner, 1 hit from Snyder, 1 hit from Fernandez. That totals up for the 13. Our player of the game going to be Braden Edwards with his 4 RBIs, helping lead Berkeley post 14 to the victory. 4 ribbies for Edwards. Definitely, I think, makes him worthy of the player of the game, which is brought to you by Rocks Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rocks. They're going to start the championship round the championship game, I should say, between Berkeley post 14 and Winchester post 21 at around 3:20 p.m. So we'll take about a 5-minute break or so of some commercials, and then give Colin some time to start a new stream on the YouTube side of things. So if you're looking to watch Game 2, I believe it'll be on a different stream. So that'll do it for this first game. This is American Legion Baseball, though, on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Stay tuned for the championship.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.